on his way home, right?
Looks like Crave is bailing.
Fine. Easy rating.
He's like, I can cast, but I also like to watch. Can maybe Divas fill in?
Why don't you just come and like put a comment here and there? Doesn't have to like. Oh, it's up to him.
Made it 25% of the way through P1 Savage. 75% of the fight here.
Well, and you aim to clear party.
That's perfect sense. At least for one game.
Is it because it switches side next game and then like game 3 it will switch back? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
They don't have, yeah, they want first, second.
This is supposed to be a restricted channel.
Yo, I am commentating. Jokes, I got work to do.
Oh, thank God.
What was that? I'm talking, man. Fuck you guys.
Someone changed the channel permissions. Wait, what happened to the restricted channel?
No. I think after the games, someone opened it because last time no one could talk in here, and there was like 20 people.
Did you just move to a different channel?
Legend Cyborg Santa here. How's it going? We're opening the first round in New Zealand versus Lockdown5eva.
Stream started.
Oh
yes, to the hype beast.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'll shut up.
I'm sorry. Keep the energy going. Yeah.
Hype is real. I think, in my heart of hearts, believe that Justin will triumph over no win. But it will be a difficult fight. I think New Zealand's got a very strong team. As I found out, losing to them, very sadly.
I don't know if emissions on this channel or not.
Like God decided, yes, Stuart must be a commentator.
Be fine, just like warn people when they join.
It says it's disabled.
Let me try leave and rejoin as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, have we tested the stream? Last person joined.
I made a Discord event.
Wow.
You should use that more often.
How many times is Lap gonna DC this series?
Oh, is that a bet?
I need Steezy and Justin to make bets.
1.9 times for 2.5.
Oh, yeah. Actually says domestic lower finals.
Yeah, I made it.
Yeah. I still can't believe that Jay uses 5G when he has NBN available.
Wait, what? Why?
He had really bad connectivity before. I should have worked out by now. Very should revisit it. If you're listening to this, Jay, go sign up with Aussie Broadband. Specifically Aussie Broadband.
He's a partner, but why?
Coming through.
Maybe.
Time for a little
Oh, it's
butchery.
done.
Welcome everyone to TD7 lower bracket semi-finals. In the left corner here on the Radiant side, we have Team Milo, aka Lockdown5eva. On the Dire side, we have Team New Zealand, aka No Win Only Tups. The last time these teams came and clashed against each other, I believe it was a 2-0 for the way of Lockdown5eva. So we have seen Team New Zealand or Team with no win only Tups improve over the course of the tournament. So we'd expect this to be a pretty good game. Joining us in the caster corner, we have Devos, aka Danny. We have our cameraman Fred. We have Tucker, aka T. And running late, we have NG, who appears to have not made it into the game.
But yeah,
Alright.
I think Team NZ has definitely improved over all the series. Like when we first played them, we thought we had a disadvantage, not seeing the team, but in the later games, they looked a lot stronger.
Can confirm that teamwork seemed pretty good. Me and Tucker attempted to cavern crawl earlier today, ran into them warming up.
Yep, and they smashed us, so we'll see how they go. They really don't like that drow, so we might see that drow Medusa sniper kind of bans in the first phase again.
I think Drow being banned here is probably a good pickup. Like a lot of the meta right now within TD, and I think a lot of the pub games we see around at MR level seems to revolve around Drow and Medusa. I think banning Drow out means you don't get that super late game easy 8-click carry, and it removes having those timer situations.
Yeah, so I think Drow's really strong if you don't have a jump hero for your man. I don't think Hillary or Depository really plays that kind of role. Maybe Appa on his line, but it's just really annoying to deal with. If you don't play like Spirits or something.
Do you think we're going to see the Kunkka come out again?
No,
Yeah,
it's already banned.
Oh, it's been banned. Actually, my bad.
I think rightfully so.
Kunkka and
Generic
OD being
Clone's,
banned out.
yeah, his +1 Kunkka is pretty strong. And they can flex at mid as well, so.
So our first pick here going to Team New Zealand. A Disruptor, safe pick.
Yeah, so again, they're probably going to play something to run at them, and then if they miss out on a kill, use Disruptor to glimpse them back and then finish them off. So seems to be sticking with the whole plan of everyone grouping up and running in and picking people off.
Second pick here coming out. The first pick Jakiro. I think it's the standard picks. Standard first picks we've seen in quite a few of the TD games. Taking these supports.
The Spirit Breaker.
Ooh, it's going to be a windy Spirit Breaker, I think.
So the problem with Spirit Breaker is Disruptor can be pretty good against him. Just glimpses him back and puts the wall to block his charge. So it'll be interesting to see how well the support plays Disruptor to counter this Spirit Breaker.
Shadow Demon. It's interesting. 2 supports coming out here for this first picks on No Win Only Tops.
So this is going to be a very sad Spirit Breaker game.
Yeah, I think
His
so.
2 supports like kind of counter, but you know if he plays well, he can still like do quite well. Because once he gets Shadowblade, he charges through like all the supports and stuff. It's very hard for them to actually get spells on him.
I was gonna say it is one of the dangers of like first or picking Spirit Breaker in the first phase is basically you open yourself up to not be that useful. Because Spirit Breaker is kind of one of those heroes where you don't like to play it from behind. So if you don't really get that big start going, it's difficult, eh?
I think playing from behind's okay. You kind of just like rat and split up the map really well. And like if they're picking 2 supports to counter your Spirit Breaker, like it's not too bad. Like rather than countering your 1 or 2.
The Shadow Demon does counter a lot of the Justin and Jay carries as well, though, because they like playing stuff like Tiny, Bristleback.
Bristleback's fan, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
So the Deucer ban came out again, so
Deucer
again,
bans.
sticking to those ranged carries that Team New Zealand does not want to get kited by.
So what core do you think we're going to be seeing out of Team New Zealand? NG, Statsman, are you here?
Yes, he's not.
Yes, he's not. Oh, he is.
I saw my move for a second. Interesting that they banned the Gar. I thought GenericClone plays more Gar than Jay.
I think NG seems to be having some audio issues.
Oh no, I was just pulling up the list of heroes that they played.
So we haven't seen the call come out.
There's the Faceless Void. They played a couple of times. They played the Kunkka 3 times. A couple of Lifestealer games, a couple of Gyro games. Dragon Knight.
I mean, Faceless Void is not a terrible pick here for no win only Tups.
PA is another one. You can blur in the lane so that you can't get charged, I guess, when you're splitting.
We did see him play the PA earlier today.
Alright, in the warm-up game.
Yep.
He did claim he was doing the cabin, but he did say, yeah, you're right.
Interesting. Ogre Magi coming out here on Lockdown5eva. Are there any ranged heroes left in the pool that they want to pair up with this Ogre Magi?
Or is it a Tiny
Sniper's still around.
Tiny does well with Ogre, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you don't want to run into Shadow Demon.
Yeah, the Shadow Demon's a big problem here.
Yeah.
There's still a Sniper in the pool, so I would
I actually quite like Sniper.
It's very hard for the Disruptor and the Shadow Demon, or either supports to reach the Sniper once he hits mid-late game. And they're the ones with the Spirit Breaker on their team, so they have that big chaotic frontliner.
I think the bans here are pretty good too for it. See the Underlord come out.
Yep, so now it's a very good sniping. It's like
the
3's not jumping, your spots aren't jumping. It's all relying on Hillary's pick, right?
Yeah, I think we might see that, but let's see what comes out here for Team NZ. This is going to be another call.
It's also going to be interesting to see who plays that Underlord, because they've swapped that Underlord player a couple of times.
If there's still the Faceless Void, you can always get the Sniper with that.
That's true.
I think it'll be a good pick. What do you reckon, Tucker? For NZ, Faceless Void, yeah.
It's still very hard. I don't know. I guess it would work. You just need to make sure that you see this SB, so it's going to be the support's ward game that needs to help them in the mid game, I guess, for protecting that Void, because I don't think Void does really well against SB.
I mean, it's okay. If you get Chronosphere up, at least you can't get charged.
Do you think we're going to see
here we go.
I think I like that better, because you can blur and push the lane with less, I guess, risk, because you yourself can't get charged when you're blurred in the lane. So it gives you some split pushability with some risk free. And it's also good against Sniper. To an extent, I guess. Sniper does have that shard which disarms, so that's pretty good.
Do you think we're going to see another Death Prophet mid from New Zealand?
I mean, they're playing the PA in the Underlord, so they definitely have like enough tankiness and damage for them to facilitate like tower pushing and then getting space for the PA to come online. There is the supports are pretty chunky boy though on Lockdown5eva. So I'm not sure. Playing into Jakira, I still think Sniper is a good pick here. Like, what do you reckon, Danny?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Depends on Justin picks, because PA is pretty scary for Sniper. But, like, she needs more time to come online.
And is it, like, are you saying a mid-sniper or safe lane sniper?
Nah, safe lane. I don't think Justin plays Sniper.
We've been seeing...
There is an SB, so, like, PA's timing with a B could be still a bit...
Yeah.
Not that strong because of an SB.
That is true. We've been seeing, like, Jay play that Sniper quite often in these pop games, so maybe he's feels like firing up the turret.
Justin's played Sniper as well, from what I recall in houses. So.
But I don't think it's like a comfortable pick for him.
He definitely knows how to play Sniper.
Yeah, like there's knowing to play and like being confident, like to pick it in the TD as well. It's not like him going, oh, this is a good bristleback game, pick it every game.
No, he picks it specifically against Drow.
Not really.
Also, he says.
He's over
Yeah,
two
not so
for
bad
that one.
counter. Juggernaut.
Juggernaut here coming out. I'm not
good
too
against
sure.
Youngblood.
Good for lane.
So Tucker, what do you
good for
think?
Disruptor.
Picking Juggernaut into a PA, generally that's pretty challenging, right? Blur removes off
Yeah,
Slash.
and you got Shadow Demon as well to save. So if you don't actually jump the Shadow Demon, they can get saved with the disruption as well.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of challenging pick.
I think they're gonna pick Justin an actual carry mid, and then Jay's just gonna run around and hopefully cause some havoc. I think that's their game plan.
Or could this be a Magic Juggernaut?
Magic, your favorite.
So I think Jugs, it's okay here. Like the heroes, yes, Shadow Demon and PA is not great, but Jug can play high tempo and they can run over this team by NZ if they play it well.
I'm just
And if you
saying,
go like
Magic
the,
Juggernaut. Magic Juggernaut will be good here.
If you get pseudo magic with the shard build, it's not too bad. You're not just killing people with Omni Slash, you're killing people with spin as well, so they can't necessarily save from both.
You can get the damage off through Blur, like you don't have to worry about the evasion so much, right?
Yeah. But it's okay. But, like, yeah, not the greatest. Man, there is also the Shadow Demon Art, which makes speeding on people really hard.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a rough game for the Juggernaut. So we see the Razor being banned out. We see Justin's Leshrac being banned out, and he's Pugna.
They do still have that Windrunner though, because Windrunner is very good against PA. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin goes back for that Windrunner.
We did see WilliamAtlas play Windrunner earlier today.
Oh yeah, that was mid. Yeah, it's good for both sides because Jug, if he doesn't have that MKB and the Omni strategy, you can windwalk and then get that evasion and dodge all his hits as well.
Just ult through his spin. If he tries to do the spin TP and just kill him. They did ban a lot of those heroes out there. We see that DP getting banned out. As NG pointed out, like he was wondering if DP was going to come out for Team New Zealand, but we see that one getting banned out. So there isn't many heroes left in the pool. So Alchemist. Wow. They're feeling confident here. They're feeling quite confident that they're going to run away with the early game.
I think they're just counting because they realize that the Lockdown5eva team likes farming, so maybe they're trying to counteract that with more farming.
They're going to out-farm the farming team.
So greedy.
That is very greedy, yeah.
I think a sniper might be still good. I mean, I don't know what...
you want high tempo now. I need to run at them.
I still think the Windrunner is a good pick here for Justin. Otherwise, he could pick Viper if he really wanted to as well.
I feel like the challenge right now, though, is if they're going to pick a high-tempo lineup, they need something that can actually push towers down. It's quite challenging with, like, Spirit Breaker, Ogre Magic Juggernaut. Like, Spirit Breaker is not really that stay in top lane, shove tower. Oh, we go, Clinks. Use that hero.
They're actually going all out farming, okay. Which I find odd because they picked Spirit Breaker.
Anyways, we see the two drafts come out. Jakiro, Spirit Breaker, Ogre Magic, Juggernaut, Clinks for Lockdown5eva versus Disruptor, Shadow Demon, Underlord PA, and Alchemist for Team No Win Only Tups. Starting off with these picks, Tucker, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like we're going to see nothing for 30 minutes, and then once both teams get items, we might see lots of fighting.
All right, you heard it from Tucker. Get ready, get your dinner ready, start chomping on your dinner for the first 30 minutes, and then we'll see some action after that. What do you think, Danny?
I like Radiant's draft better, but I feel like just for these players, they don't really know how to deal with an Alchemist, and he might just get out of control.
Fair call.
Because like you said, like Justin's probably gonna be farming. Who's gonna build a vessel to like shut him down early? No one on this team really.
You think a lot of this game is going to be in the back of the plays the Spirit Breaker can make?
Yes, definitely.
We got another tough game for Windy here. So stats man, what do you think?
Not based on any stats, but I think I like Dire's lineup better. I just don't know if they can defend all their objectives and stuff with their heroes, because New Zealand's team's probably going to come online a bit earlier. So we'll have to see.
With 3 votes for the Dire. To be honest, I'm actually on the Dire also. I mean, I just don't see Juggernaut being able to do well in this lineup. It's going to be really tough for him to really have much of an impact. If he does, he has to really snowball early game. But someone's got to support Australia, so I will go for Team Milo.
I'm supporting Australia.
No,
Danny
supporting
and
and then predicting is completely different.
But yeah, no, like my only issue with Dire's side is that the catch is like Disruptor. Like that's pretty much it, right?
Now they've got Disruption SD as well if they really want to open with it.
Well, they're gonna blink in for that shit. I
Yeah,
don't
they
think you
could.
want to use it. You don't want to use it aggressively like that when they have like Spirit Breaker, Jug, and all that shit. You want to play more defensive role. So it'll
And
be like
also-
out blinking with Unstable Concoction as well.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. So I
Like-
wonder what build he's gonna go. The Alchemist.
Yes, man.
You're going to have to be watching the Disruptor and the Pit of Malice in this one.
So he's going Hellline, will queued up, so probably the Armored build. Just so he can play more early game.
Well, he just switched it to a Battle Fury.
Oh,
Oh,
he's still thinking.
The Helm of Ironwood's still there, but it looks like he settled on Battle Fury. Well, Justin's going standard bottle Maelstrom.
it'll be interesting though because like when we talk about timings here, right? There's going to be a lot of farming coming out of Alchemist, a lot of farming coming out of PA. Do you guys think that if Justin does get a good lane mid, he gets some items out, maybe he gets an Orchid, maybe he gets his Maelstrom out, he starts going around, he starts hunting these cores. I definitely feel like it's an opening for him. What do you guys reckon?
Yeah, he should be hunting with the Spirit Breaker. He shouldn't be like full hard farming.
He should be, but it's
that's-
Justin. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
But like that's a good thing with like Jug and Clinks, right? They can kind of like get kills with the Spirit Breaker. It's not like you have to AFK farm.
I think that's the storyline here for Team Lockdown5eva, right? It's can Justin evolve to his next self? Can he play that role to create space in mid?
Or is Windy gonna step up and carry them all?
Yeah, like what I said, like a lot of the game is on Windy to make plays and his team to follow up.
My thought was, do they have the team composition to back up their Spirit Breaker to get kills around the map continuously?
I think with like a Clinks and a Juggernaut, like they are carries that come on relatively early. So they do have that ability to do that high tempo play behind it. Especially with an Ogre Magi too, like you catch someone, maybe they can do some burst damage. Like it's definitely going to be the initiative. I feel it's going to be on this Radiant side to make plays.
I think it's probably on the Shadow Demon to farm it, or to be backing up the core that's farming the dangerous area that can get blown up, probably, to save that person.
Milo might die.
Then yeah, we have to
Ooh.
split up.
We got 5 stacks on Milo, but he's a big fat ogre. Oh, but he runs into Tax Collector and he steps it and takes 2 ticks.
All 6.
He's on 6 and he lives.
That was close. But he can just walk it off.
He can shrug it off. He can probably walk back to lane, but he's walking back home.
Oh, that's a very interesting award by
In the top lane here, we've got the Jakira and the Spirit Breaker against the PA and Unknown right now.
Most likely the Shadow Demon's just walking up slowly.
You never know. He could be a mid Shadow Demon.
It's like this ward for Dire on the bottom. Like, generally you want to put a ward like that deep when you want to snipe crews, right? But this doesn't actually see the lane, so.
So Danny, how do you think this top lane's going to go?
I mean, Jakira's always a strong lane, but a PA is actually not a bad lane as well. And this and Appa's getting good stacks on the secure, who actually might die.
He drops down 6 stacks. That's
okay.
enough. But through and first blood goes in the way of the Shadow Demon.
If Stu was here, he would say that disrespect.
Although
Yeah.
positive, he does have 6 magic 1 charges and a free TP.
Not free anymore because he used it. But
see some more aggression going on to the Shadow Demon. He walks away. So the bot lane here, we have Milo on the Ogre Manager, we have Jay in the Juggernaut versus Ragnarok on the Disruptor and Tax Collector on the Underlord. So this is an interesting lane. How do you guys think this is going to go? Tata.
well, what I find interesting is Tax Collector went pits level 2 instead of getting that aura. Because usually you want to get that aura for that damage reduction and damage amp for the creep kills. They can last you easier as well and trade in lane. So
Do you think it's a bit of a misplay, given that he is versing a Juggernaut and the Pit of Malice most likely will not work if he uses Blade Fury?
yeah, I think so.
It's just like mana cost as well. Like, you want to be firestorming safely away.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when Jug's like, yeah, even that level 3 Jug can start spinning on him, killing him.
Now we have the mid lane. I think we've got Clinks versus an Alchemist here. This seems like it's going to be a farm lane.
Yeah. I would be surprised if there's any kills here.
He's got his ring of health already.
And he's
Another
getting ready
gold.
to stack as well. He's probably going to do the double stack. Yeah.
It's interesting that he's queuing up this Battle Fury. Is that the current bend now for Alchemist? And we missed a kill. And a bot lane, we see Jay take down the Underlord.
Yeah. Or level 3 time. Yeah, I think Battlefield generally is good, but people playing safe lane these days, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I think
So,
because of the ult doesn't give mana anymore, so you have to go Battle Fury.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And people also go Soul Ring. That's an option. Which I think he just completed. Yeah, he got Soul Ring.
And I think the Underlord is going the Rushwood build. I think the other one is where you get a Windlace and a boot, so they can't. So Juggernaut can't chase you down. You keep your HP up.
Watching the top lane, it seems to be some aggression here going on the PA. Is there going to be a charge coming out? I think Windy's here just happy to farm. Is the Appa coming for the pull? When is he going to come back and start playing dodgeball with Lap?
just the fire.
That's a massive pull by that. Oh, no.
Oh, here comes a charge.
It's good harass.
It's the harass.
I understand Windy trying to complete this one early because it is a Shadow Demon. I think phase timing is really important, so I hope he doesn't complete that too
He
early.
could just have had it queued up.
Yeah.
He hasn't purchased any components yet, so I think he might be going for that face. I mean, he already did buy the boots of speed. See, we see some aggression coming out here from the Disruptor and the Underlord. Milo's happy to soak that up and pop his south. Oh, is it going to get cancelled? He jukes him once, he jukes him twice.
They should just kill this Disruptor. Why is he scared? You cannot walk up to them like that.
And he's
Here
got
we go.
more
This
armor.
looks like an opening for a kill.
Meanwhile, top.
Top lane is also battling it out. So
Top lane. You see
Actually,
Appa
on the
4
back lane.
stacks on the Windy. Oh, he misses the 5th.
Oh, just charge back in here. Appa's dead.
Then Appa here. Can hit the face. Oh, but the GenericClone turns around.
Oh,
And Windy teleports home.
yeah, I did
Yeah.
feel like
yeah,
could
you
have been a
could have.
value turnaround for sure.
Yeah. But it's okay. Powerless to raise TP homes doesn't need to buy regen and shit. And he does finish the one.
He did pop 4 charges on him before, so he might have been really low.
I think it would have been like 200 health. But
No, I saw him had almost 400
Okay, here we go. Damage on the PA. PA does a blink.
Oh.
Is he gonna
Is he
die
gonna
to the
die to
neutral? Oh, he pops the south. I think he's happy. He's lucky to get away there. We saw a couple of misses there from the SB, so we're a bit of unlucky there on RNG and that level 1 blur coming into play. It was 2 missed melee hits, would have resulted in a kill. You see Jay here at bot lane happily farming away. I feel like he could be a lot more aggressive in this lane. Like he's got full mana here and like there's a half HP disruptor.
He does want his ogre
He
though.
did go for the treads on the Juggernaut. I personally like to go phase, but tread's not bad if you're focusing on omni slashing. Trying to get
I
the
do
DPS
think
stuff.
phase there. You just want to like spin on people.
I'm a bit
Underlord went a
disappointed.
really early one, so his hood's gonna be really delayed. You want to like keep spinning on him, kill him so many times.
I'm a bit disappointed he didn't go for the magic Juggernaut build.
You don't know yet. It's still early game.
I don't see a Veil being queued up.
Ogre 1v1 you the disruptor.
Ogre walks away. Like, get out of my territory.
They did get some blocks off though on the safe
You see
camp.
Jay pulling both the camps and farming both of them. He's happy to farm it with spin. I mean, it is a bit of Jay's playstyle. Like he prefers to just get that GPM advantage. You know the game, but I feel like if you're playing a hero like Juggernaut, you kind of want to be snowballing and being a threat on the map from like the
Yeah.
hero.
You gotta be more aggressive. Like he's missing like quite a lot of kill opportunities. Like his Unlord has nothing. Could've
Also,
done
any
something.
thoughts on the treads instead of phase?
I already mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like phase would get you like easy kills in this bot lane. At the same time, too, it still adds a decent amount of damage and a good amount of armor. Like the treads usually is there, so you can get a little bit more attack speed, which means hits in between the omni slashes. But I think phase just provides that utility that I love on the job.
Yeah, Shred's better for farming, but like phase is like more utility, more kill potential, which you want with Jedi.
Like, yeah, with an ogre, they should have gone.
Well, we have Nether Strike here
like-
coming out on the Spirit Breaker. It's level 6 right now. We might see some more action here in the top lane.
And he said Omni slash bottom.
Just like use that bottom.
Keep doing nothing.
Yes, the 2 kills. I mean, again, doesn't even matter.
That's the aggression we want to see from Jug.
You want to use that first Omni slash straight away if you can get the kill, and you got it.
Yep.
And he's already top net worth now in front of
You see Lap getting dived, and then a charge comes out here on the PA. You see a reversal of the gank. Blink Strike going out on Lap.
Oh, but the Nether Strike.
And the Nether Strike goes on Appa instead of the PA. I feel like that's a misplay there. And here, I think we're gonna see Windy go down also.
Good rotation there by the Disruptor to ensure that he died there.
Cancelled out the TP. We see Milo being a nuisance, walking into the enemy jungle,
Soaking the XP.
soaking that XP, hits level 6. Nice work. Really good work here with Milo.
And they still have that ancient camp blocked as well from when you went up there before.
Steadily been seeing Milo improve over the games. Oh, here we go. Justin's first kill. Lucky Maelstrom Brock.
Didn't even have his death pact on there, so was very lucky.
And Danny, if you're Team New Zealand here, would you be happy with how the the laning phase has worked out now that we're nearing about 10 minutes? We have 5k gold leading on the Alchemists.
I think it's fine, yeah. Alka's having free game, they're not ganking him like 10 times before 10 minutes. PA's winning her lane, it's a sad underlord game, but it's kind of expected. I think both sides are pretty happy, right? Because Justin's getting farmed and killed. Same with Jay. And on the other side, they're 1 and 2 are getting farmed and kills as well.
So Tucker, what do you think needs to happen here for Team Radiant to start taking control of the game? Like we mentioned that they are required to be the high tempo players right now. Like, what is the next move? What should they be doing?
I think you can see, so Jay's queuing up an MKB straight up, so he's not even going for the Maelstrom, he's going for the MKB, so I think when he gets that, he's just going to run into them and start trying to do big damage.
Oh, interesting, MKB. I'm not sure I agree with that, but
Yeah.
interesting. That's an interesting first item pickup. I mean, he could just be queuing them for Javelin. We'll see how he goes.
And he's got the Blitz Knuckle as well. Because
Yeah.
you can just deal with PA with like magic damage and like spin and stuff early on, right? You don't need the MKB yet. There's like a lot.
You do have a
better
Kings too.
I even
I
think
do-
like a Silver Edge or something wouldn't have been a bad choice, but
I do feel like missing the Maelstrom is going to slow his farm down substantially. But it is Jay. We'll see how he.
Yeah,
he
he's
likes
still
it
top net worth right now, just because of those early kills as well in the lane, as well as farming that big camp during the lane. So he's doing well for the time being, but we'll see how he goes in the next 5 to 10 minutes when Ark's going to be
Oh, is
farming.
Alk going to die to them?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
No, he didn't die.
Like
not
Jay and Justin are really far ahead of the PA.
Yeah, because the PA is still not even 4k net worth. With net
Yeah,
worth.
she's gotten kills, but I guess the CS has been kind of hard.
Yeah.
I'd say she had a similar game in our pub tavern crawl earlier.
I think
However,
it's
I
mainly
think-
because the PA's farms all the I'm going to assume it's the jungle caps.
It's true. Oh, have you seen another kill on that? Good pick up. Which is still 4th net worth on the board, so it's still early days. Oh, Windy actually takes over.
Oh, they saved the
We got a
ward.
charge, yeah.
Oh, here we go. First charge into the enemy terrain. They find Appa.
Nice. That's
And
a
an
good
easy
charge.
kill with Justin.
I think here they're looking to contest the.
And they found the stack as well, so taking that stack.
Brilliant work.
So they took that stack that was probably meant to be for PA in that top jungle, which is probably pretty devastating for them.
See the Juggernaut here working on the bot tower also. And Windy is rotated back to top.
Is this PA building a mom? She went a very early morbid mask.
Yeah, it could be.
Hmm.
Just gotta hope you don't get caught in Omni or something when that happens. That's minus armor right there.
That's death, no blur, minus armor.
I mean, it does
Almost
seem like she's
NKB
willing
as
to
well.
fight.
Dyer's top
Early.
tower's under attack.
Juggernaut's 200 away from.
Dyer's top tower's under attack.
Oh, we see Milo finding the
Dyer's top
disruptor,
tower's fallen.
saying hello.
He's just doing the Milo things, walking into the enemy jungle and maybe placing a lane, maybe taking some XP.
It's actually a really great play here. Like standing in this area just means that
Dyer's
the
top tower's under
Radiant
attack.
team, well, sorry, the Dire team has one more thing they have to deal with before they can safely go into their area to farm, and you just create space by standing there. You see, like because of that,
Under attack.
look how deep like Lap and Spirit Breaker are able to be just because Milo's standing there. It's like a mobile ward.
Yeah, like just get out of here. They're committing over 5 just to kill this annoying pesky little ogre.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, the other claws are just farming away.
Milo's happy. Milo's happy to say hi.
And with that,
Yeah, really deep here. Diving onto Lap.
A ward reveal.
Charge coming down.
Oh,
I
this
think that was more to run away. He just wanted a way to come back to his team friends, I think.
Bot tower. Mid tower going down. Bot tower down. Going down also.
Yeah, and with that, Jay's also just finished his NKB now.
I think that like we'd have to say like Milo enabled that entire thing.
Space created.
Space
No
created.
memes. Interesting that Jay has a BKB though. Like,
For the Disruptor ult, I guess.
but if he position well, like, the only way he's getting if he glimpses it, but he can just spin that back, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
a
know.
blink would be better in this case, but
I'm not a fan of Jay's item build to be honest.
Very interesting, eh?
Did he forget that he was Juggernaut? Maybe he thought he was like a drow or something.
Well, the other day we played an in-house where Crave got fucked by a disruptor, always ulting him. Maybe he saw that and was like, need a bigger B.
I believe that was a Tucker disruptor.
oh, I remember that game.
It's like nothing else on the LT you want a BKB, right?
Yeah.
Jug, you want to be greedy and not have to
That's
BKB.
true.
Even in S and Y is better. Like you do get FY, you're a bit tankier. It's
Yeah,
a five
yeah.
throw.
I think he's just recognizing Justin is the true carry on this team at the moment for this draft anyway.
Yeah.
So he's just just going to be that nuisance at the front.
I do feel like you do better with like an S and Y phase and like a Maelstrom like going that way, right? Like you just have more damage output, you have more survivability, you have movement speed to chase heroes down.
Yeah. Interesting, like Justin also is going for a BKB. Like feel like you don't need to rush a BKB against this draft.
Especially with the... Okay, interesting. We see the generic clone getting dive upon. We see the
There's
Disruptor
a
ult
massive
being
macro
used.
fire.
Macropire is used. Healing lots of target. Appa going down in. Oh, don't stand in fire. Don't stand in fire.
That's
Oh,
a
big ult by Jay.
wow. That was a
Spin
very
goes
good
off.
Omnis Rush, and then you got that Alchemist as well.
It's a great turnaround here.
That was a
See,
45.
the PA is keen to chase down the Juggernaut, but I don't think this is the play, buddy.
That
He's got an
Macropire,
MKB.
I think that was full duration Macropire
Yeah.
as well on that team.
I
Very
think
good
he,
positioning in by lap for that one.
I think he needs some practice in Final Fantasy Savage Raids there to don't stand in fire.
Big orange area saying don't come here.
Probably didn't have Deadly Boss Mod installed.
No. But again, that was enabled by Milo, right? Standing
Yeah.
there and being a nuisance as he's
Right.
being.
Like, we typically see Alchemist usually when he's left alone run away with the gold farm, but right now he's actually below the net worth of the two cores on the Radiant side. It's interesting. Why do you think that is?
There's building done as well, so they've taken 4 towers on the Radiant side.
Oh, and we see the charge go off, the spin go off. They're focusing down his Alchemist. He walks away with his unstable concoction.
Meanwhile, PA does kill the Milo.
Shoots out the unstable concoction, stuns out Windy.
Just
Austin turns around, pops the BKB.
the disruptor.
The BKB timing.
Path goes down. Macropie goes down. Alchemist survives. Disruptor goes down.
Double kill.
So out of all of this, we see a 2-for-3 trade with the PA going down. I think the Radiant team are pretty happy with that.
Yeah, the PA, like... Yeah, like you were saying about the Alchemist, like... They both farm the early game well, but Jug and Quinks are getting much more kills than an Alchemist can. That's why they're like keeping up.
Do you think WilliamAtlas here is okay with how the game's going, or do you think he's thinking he said, "Oh, I need to fight soon"? And if he does, what does he get?
I don't think they're ready to fight.
No, if you look at the hero levels as well, it's very big disparity. So Justin on the Clinks, level 17 right now. The Alchemist only just hit level 13 with the wave top he just farmed. And the Juggernaut here is level 15.
They were like fighting.
Oh, we see a pause go out as Lap does his first disconnect of the series.
Game.
Like you have a PA now, like you don't want to fight early, man. You gotta split up the map. Yeah, I saw PA just TPing to a lot of fights early when it wasn't like that good. He is going early Dessa rather than the Battle Fury, so.
And even then, it's not early anymore, right? He hasn't
Yeah,
even
true.
got it, and it's not even 20 minutes, so he's struggling quite a bit here.
Yeah. Got a lot of kills, but not much farm.
Unluckily, in this game, he is versing a high tempo Juggernaut and a Clinks, apart from a very underfarmed SF like the previous game.
Those little rascals are hitting Dyer's bottom.
Jay might be against it.
Top tower is under attack.
He just
I
mans
don't
up.
think he might.
Yeah, man's up.
That actually helped him.
Takes the
which
kill.
is,
Or they're going after Dyer's bottom tower.
he's
unfortunate for the Disruptor.
He's 7k net worth lead here on the Radiant team.
Yeah, and they're the ones that have the Alchemist, but here comes
Charge
the
goes
Spirit
down.
charge, and he goes...
He gets cancelled through the Pit of Malice. So if you're Team New Zealand, what do you need to do now to get back into the game?
Split up the map.
Up the map.
You hope PA and Alf get big enough. But
We see WilliamAtlas going topside, ignoring his team. I think he clearly understands this.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
But he's not going for any of that blink shenanigans as well. He went to AC second item.
Oh, and he's going travels. So I think we're going to see a similar type of play that he did in his CK game, it seems. He's probably going to run around riding around the map, which is a bit difficult to do with a Spirit Breaker in the game, isn't it?
Dyer's middle tower is
alright,
under attack.
okay. Spirit Breaker can go to the lane, but WilliamAtlas
Oh, great.
knows this. He'll just
Dyer's
instantly
bottom
kill
tower
Spirit Breaker.
got
Right?
destroyed.
You can't 1v1 the Spirit Breaker. But on the other hand, if Ben plays well, you can always just charge in and get out.
Interesting.
So the BKB is up now on the Juggernaut as well.
It's going to disrupt the role.
The Juggernaut BKBs. He gets his Omni Slash off because of it.
And that was again set up by Lap with the Ice Path as well, so the PA couldn't cast Blur to cancel that Omni Slash, and great follow-up by Lap this game so far.
We see them going for the tier 2, potentially Roshan and high ground now.
Yeah, I think it is Roche time. Both cores on the Radiant team are strong enough now. Even though they just used the healing ward, I think they've got enough damage. Be curious to see if Windy on the Spirit Breaker also goes Shard soon as well. That applies a break, 4-second break as well, and a 2-second BKB or something. So
yeah, I mean, like I personally, when I go Spirit Breaker, I typically go the Shard before the AKB because it's cheaper, so you get that batch community earlier. With the items queued up, it seems like Windy is going straight for the AKB.
yeah, and it's never a bad game to get break against the PA, right?
Yeah.
You just get Axe, yeah. Don't need a big league yet.
I mean, we meant for the Shard, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, as in, yeah, the Shard's okay, but...
Always good against a PA, right?
Because you can't BKB when you're charging, right? You can't stop your charge.
Yep.
So,
It's like, yeah, I don't know, BKB, I mean, in theory, you do eventually need one in Spirit Breaker, but I always tend to not really like getting it early, personally.
yeah. I just think the charge cooldown is so good.
And you get a free one for 1,400 bucks.
And they've almost caught the
And they got
yeah,
him.
they did catch it.
That's a big kill. Bit of a misstep here from WilliamAtlas. I think that the travels here being do you think it's a little greedy?
I don't think so. I would have preferred him to go that Treads route. Oh, and that cute little hop with the Tumbler's toy. Like, we need to get out, but
The Springbaker gets glimpsed in. The Blink Strike commit going here on the PA, but he walks out. And the dagger to finish him off. We see Jay here being caught also.
Spinning to get out.
You see the Ags being queued up for Jay. He gets caught again.
I don't think they can do this. It's very hard.
I think Aegis might be on the cards here.
They don't Spirit Breaker.
Justin's got it. I think he needs a pew tower then.
Yeah, he just finished his start either, so that's going to make it very hard for the Alchemist now to run into that team.
Absolutely. Seems to have hit a pretty good timing here. Like, the PA doesn't have BKB and they are threatening high ground. See WilliamAtlas here hiding in the trees. Looks like he's going to try to cut the wave later.
And the PA did blur, but she has been charged already.
I think WilliamAtlas is going to stun himself here.
Oh, that might be disaster.
And that's an Omni Slash, and I think that's another kill.
Justin should just take Rax in. Yeah,
Oh, he gets saved. They turn on Jay. Jay pops his BKB. The PA is fighting him. The PA gets a crit off and just blows him up. The charge comes in.
Justin is in the background still.
Justin, unrelenting damage, just keep pewing.
They clean up.
Clean up with the pew-pews. The Alchemist gets pew-pewed.
Yeah, Justin had Burning Barrage there. Could have hit both the Underlord and the Arc, but
Underlord goes down. The Arc walks away.
The slaps.
I think the Alchemist walking away here is actually like quite big. I feel like he should have died. Jay dying here. I think this buys a little bit more time.
Just needed Burning Barrage, like I said, Tanka. This is like
right when they were trying to go up that ramp, the Underlord and the Alchemist were stuck against each other, so I'm not sure why Justin didn't barrage.
We did mention on this draft, right, there was a lack of catch in the team. If this is to go into, let's say, another 10 minutes, another 15 minutes, do you think they have enough tools to be able to turn the game around?
Well, I think PA late game is always a considerable thing.
Yeah.
What do you think the PA needs to start being like a massive threat?
Probably big could be like, oh my god, Justin's actually
Oh, Justin, bit of a misplay here. Is this rectum throws?
But yeah, so I think going back to what you said about the lack of catch for Dire, now I can kind of understand the early BKBs on Radiant. Because with that big they have no catch for them, right?
Yeah,
So that's Shadow Demon ult. Can't get a glimpse and all that. But yeah, PA still needs a lot. She's still only
You see
9k.
Jay AFK in the well for quite some time here. Oh, I guess his back is probably eating his dinner.
Taking a nibble here and there.
Yep. Forgot he respawned.
It's been a surprisingly high tempo game from the Radiant side though, so not anywhere close to what I predicted.
I did feel like they kind of set out to and achieve what they wanted. To be honest, I feel like a lot of it was off the back of Milo being in places. He created a lot of opportunities, right, in this early game. And I think they kind of set this up.
Yeah, he was that mobile ward for the team.
Do you guys have any opinions on Alchemist going farming and PA going fighting?
I think that is.
I feel like
it should be the other way around still.
Yeah.
I feel like PA does better against their cores than Alchemist does.
Maybe
so
they're
even if
playing
the
to
Alchemist is massive, he's may not do that well.
Maybe they're playing to the strengths of the players. Like, I guess GenericClone has a tendency to like to fight. So even when you saw him in that lane, he did a lot of really aggressive Phantom Strikes, really aggressive sniper attacks that resulted in kills. So maybe they're playing to player strength.
Like when he played his Conquer, he was farming like a lot compared to the PA. Very different play style.
Different player style?
But when you do drop an Alchemist, I feel like you do want to work on that Alchemist team. It should be around now. You've got a few main, big items. Normally, if you play another hero, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, you want that early timing.
I think he
And
is
you come online earlier than a PA, so
he is going to have that Satanic very soon. Oh, there we go. That wasn't enough.
Yeah, clones don't give too much gold.
Evil's greed.
does that work with illusions?
Yeah, it did a plus 24.
Should, yeah.
Oh.
I thought the
Oh,
Disruptor.
this could be a mistake here. Really wanted that Satanic. Oh, the Clinks wasn't in position to do the pew-pews.
I don't know how that's good. They could just pop them. Omni Slash SB ult.
I think it's because they saw the Shadow Demon poison, I guess, so the Omni Slash would have been disrupted.
Oh, right, yeah, true.
See the Radiant team trying to contain them in their base.
Yeah, although in saying that, Jay just did finish his act as well, so he's very ready to fight now. With his Witch Slash.
They're so swift, man.
Oh,
This should be a
down
good
goes
fight.
Milo. The turn on the PA though. It's great stun goes up. PA has no BKB. PA lives. He gets out. Ult used on the Juggernaut here.
Oh, he has no vision?
Spins it off.
Sucks with the creeps because he has no phase boot.
Yep. Doesn't get to do this with Slash. No phase boot, no blink. Really hard to walk into teams. It is a little bit of what we mentioned in terms of Shadow Demon, right? Like, it kind of makes Jugs like David sad. Like, he can't get those clean Omni Slash off. Those clean Switch Slashes off. I'm surprised the Juggernaut hasn't picked up a shard yet. I feel like it would be a good item in here, especially this situation where you can like spin and do damage against the tower and back off somewhat safely.
It's just hard because this Shadow Demon just ults him and his spin can't spin on people.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't prioritize a shard on Juggernaut this game just because of that Shadow Demon.
Shadow Demon ult.
Yeah.
DD here on the Juggernaut. I think they're probably waiting for the next Aegis code.
Probably.
It's gonna be a couple
And
minutes.
it is 30 seconds away, according to the timer.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're kind of close.
Almost there. Almost there.
So Shadow Demon's trying to get that Axe next item, which is an expensive item, but it would be very good. And Disruptor's doing the same thing, by the looks of it.
Interesting to see that the Alchemist is skipping the BKB.
I think against like a Spirit Breaker, it does feel pretty bad to get that BKB. Because he's going to get that anyway.
I do feel like you want a defensive item, don't you? Like at least something like a, if not status resist I mean, he does have Satanic God. I have like a Lincoln Sphere even. Means you don't get Nether Strike, don't get charged. I mean, you are sort of split pushing too. I feel like it might help you.
I would have preferred the blinks just to open.
Oh, yeah, Blink's another great one.
But I guess I play Arc very differently. I'd rather not farm when I play Arc, so a little bit of player bias or something there, but
I think WilliamAtlas here is like pretty happy to farm and split the map up. We do see him
Yeah.
queue up Abyssal Blade.
Say something about the Radiant. They sure know how to
Oh,
kill
this
us.
could be a kill on Windy. Do they have dust?
About time somebody took
Oh,
Dude.
they didn't get that.
You do?
There's a BKB!
Oh, and he's BKB and he stuns himself.
He's alone.
And here's a turnaround coming from
Oh, his team's coming.
his team's
What are
coming.
you doing, Windy? Oh,
Oh
big
no,
mistake.
he clays.
Oh, the BKB wasted.
Oh, we see WilliamAtlas happy to turn this around.
And Windy lives.
Oh, but down goes the Disruptor. The ulti is popped. The Uber is ordered.
And it's actually going to base this time?
Oh, it's gone to base this time.
Yeah.
Man,
Unfortunately, he missed 2 passengers.
that looked like a really potato play from Windy, but it was just the biggest fate.
Yep.
Well,
It
we
was
all
alright.
already lost.
It worked out. It worked out.
All planned.
And I think this is a high ground race.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower just took a big
See
beating.
Jay manning up.
Looks like Dyer's structures are fortified.
Oh, the
Oh,
creeps just scored.
unfortunate for the three-way smash.
To do a siege.
Oh, WilliamAtlas pops the ult.
And the Satanic as well, but
He's man finding the macro.
Man fighting. Doesn't even matter. Down goes the Aegis. But he gets caught in a CC and down goes. Oh, Justin took the mid rax during that entire commotion. Here we go, Justin. Justin's ready to do the pew pews.
and they get the mid racks off there. The full middle racks.
Away they go.
And Justin picks off the Disruptor at the back. Really just being a nuisance there.
Here we go. He comes to top. Does the pew pews on the top tower.
And he just reached level 25 after
Yeah.
that kill of his, so he has multi-shot, which is going to be annoying.
Buyback used by the Alchemist. Buyback used for the Underlord.
Shadow Demon still another about 500-ish gold, no, 1,500 gold from the axe. Not quite there yet.
Don't think he's gonna have enough time.
Yeah, because meanwhile the Clinks is about 1,500, same kind of gold away to get in the Hex. So they're going for William again.
Charges off.
Oh, that
SB
was
ult's
lucky.
used. The Alchemist gets slashed.
And
I
that's
don't
the
think he
Elder
gets
Slash
out this
on.
time. That's a dieback. That might be a GG.
And Justin just goes on the back line. He deletes the
The
supports
pew
again.
pews from Justin.
It's not a gill, like standing in their face.
Yep.
The pew pews, pew pew.
And the GG is called.
The GG is
He's
called.
called.
So a relatively quick game 1 here. 33 minutes, 58 seconds. Victory for Team Australia.
I think they played really well. Didn't seconds play high tempo that well. And it was very interesting to see Jay's build. Like,
Yep.
So let's talk MVPs, guys. Let's talk MVPs. Who was the MVP of the series?
Or
Probably
game one
Milo.
game so far, but
Hello? We have Danny going with
Ben.
Milo.
I think Ben played well as well. Windy Day, sorry, the script break. Yeah,
Milo and Windy?
Milo was like a nuisance for the outgo of the game, always walking and soaking all his XP, tanking ganks, being a fat ogre in your face.
What's the 5-man rotations? Tucker, what do you think?
yeah, no, I think that especially that 5-man rotation top,
Yeah.
in that top jungle, I think that was pretty big, and they even turned that fight around if I recall correctly. Or actually, no, they just
Nah,
walked off.
they only lost the ogre and walked off.
And then Jay was farming on the other side. So yeah, I think Milo made all the map movements and forced New Zealand to play in a certain way, and let his cause like farm up safely. So I think Milo played really well positionally.
I have to give mine to Milo also. What are your thoughts, Mr. Statsman?
Not based on stats, but I thought Lack played very well also. Executed very well in fights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that was
I
the
really
had
like
an
Lack,
ice
guys.
path into the chain stun with the SB, and so I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
We did see that that massive macropire go off in the triangle, and that was the don't stand in fire moment where I think 2 heroes just died from the macropire.
Oh yeah, the
I think there
Overlord
are
and the
many.
Alchemist.
I think there are many, at least a couple macropires where the whole team was fighting in it, and then just the ice path catching people. I think we've seen that a lot this TD with the ice path.
Yeah, must be a reason why Jakira does have a big
It's a mass. It's a long
kick
range,
and win rate.
long range AOE stun.
10 to 15 minutes. Jeez, how many is he gonna smoke?
So I think it's I think it's safe to say the
Milo's
series,
memeing.
this
He
series
doesn't.
Justin and Jay got carried by the supports in the pos 3.
I mean, they played well as well. So
Yeah, I mean, it was the transition, right? It's basically how you would want a perfect early game to go. So your supports, make the plays, make space, and then enable their cores, and then that's what they were able to do in the end game.
back here.